Welcome to the 8th edition of the NIUA-ADB-IHC Urban Dialogue. I believe few of you might have been regular in these dialogues, and we probably has one of the less number of participants this evening for reasons maybe rain or Friday evening, whatever. But so quickly, let me introduce both the speakers for this evening. Dr.M Satish Kumar, who teaches in the School of Geography, Archaeology, Palaeoecology at the Queen's University, Belfast. He's the lead speaker for this evening. You would have seen a title, Titanic Water Redevelopment, Belfast Proposal for Global Investment. So he's going to talk about a interesting work which he has been associated as part of the urban renewal program in the city of Belfast. Dr. Satish has been teaching at the Queen's University, Belfast for the last 15 years. His area of expertise is post-colonial studies, especially looking at the economic development of the post-colonial areas in focusing on South Asia. I was also fortunate to be associated with him because I did my PhD. He was my PhD advisor. So that's a great privilege to actually be here and welcome him for this on this evening. Alan Grimard is the UN Habitat's country focal point for India. Alan has been here less than 6 months now, but has been taking an active interest in developing India's preparation for Habitat 3, as well as enabling the latent energy, enabling the latent interest in the institutions in India to engage with the UN Habitat. So we have been having a lot of discussions with Alan to see what way NIUA can actually capitalize on the new urban agenda and related themes. So I welcome both of them.
Thank you very much. I was thinking more about when I was thinking about this topic and what I was going to speak about it. I decided that I have to say something about the Titanic, which was built in Belfast, from my eyes, rather than from the eyes of James Cameron, who made the movie and got a lot of Oscars. I'm not expecting Oscars for this talk today, but I'm expecting that you will be a bit more enlightened about how the Titanic really came about and what was the story behind the Titanic. What was the story behind the people who built the Titanic and what happened subsequently. So I'll try and weave in some elements of this particular theme as best as possible within the time frame. But before that, I thought I should start by saying that I really want to thank Ajit and Devjani and Dr. Jagan Shah as well for providing an opportunity to share some of these ideas, which I know is quite relevant, is quite significant from the point of view of regeneration and redevelopment. And also, I'm grateful to Alan for taking time out to be the discussant. It is said that Titanic was made in Belfast by an Irish. So Titanic was made in Belfast by the Irish and left the port of Southampton and was sunk by the British on the icy seas of Atlantic, according to the blogs of the region. So bear in mind that I'm already talking about a political conflict, which is becoming more and more relevant when we're looking at this region. The RMS Titanic sinking off the coast of Newfoundland on April the 15th, 1912, was one of the most infamous maritime disasters in the history of shipping. So I want you to keep a track of that as well. More than 1,500 lives perished in the icy waters, made live by James Cameron, 1997 blockbuster, Titanic, and winning numerous Oscars. Okay. In fact, when I look at this whole period, years since then, while every effort was made to erase the memory of this infamous ship in Belfast, yet it persisted in the collective memories of those nation states who lost precious citizens in this disaster.
In Rio, is that like in Ireland and for the Titanic Port initiative project, it is happening in Docklands. where, like in Titanic Quarter, sheds, all this area has to be, have been reclaimed by initiative coming from the city. In that case, they had the milestone to get all the people, all the investments to embark, to get involved in this project was the Olympic Games, so that will be happening next year in July 2016. So I think they started in '99, and they saw this specific part of the city of Rio de Janeiro, which is at, let's say, less than 1 kilometer, like in Belfast, of the downtown of Rio, totally empty, with only few ships coming, and no initiatives, desert. And so they decide to create a PPP and to finance all this project through a consortium that was initiated by the city of Rio, but also with support from the state and from the national government. So that was the first, in Brazil, that was the first PPP for urban revitalization. And so they create a consortium with the city of Rio, the government of the Rio de Janeiro. And now it's the biggest in Brazil, the biggest public-private partnership for urban